It feels great. Yeah, no, it's I spent a lot of time here over the years. Flew in late last night into pretty much the same airport that I remember maybe 10 years ago. I've driven here a few times from, whether it was Miami or Vero Beach where I grew up before I moved here. So I haven't seen the airport, and I used to live in that airport basically. So it's really good to be back, and we got some great weather today, which will be fun.
I say, knowing what you know about tennis in this area, an event like this is going to thrive in Tampa.
I hope so. Yeah, I mean that's the goal, right? We've never played here, although I've probably played some sort of junior event here that I don't remember. But yeah, I mean we love, they love tennis here. We love tennis here in this area, and there's a lot of players, and hopefully they'll show support in the first year that we have this, and we can come back every year.
You guys have sustained the success in this series for quite a while. Why is it such a success?
Well, there's a few guys that move the needle a little bit more than some of the others. McEnroe's out there right now, and a lot of people like to watch him play. Andy Roddick is the guy that played not too long ago and was our last major champion from the U.S. So there's a lot of guys, and and you can get some people that are from certain areas and stuff that remember you playing, and we have fun with it. It's fun for us sometimes, for me personally, because I can, you can sort of cross generations and play against guys like McEnroe or Courier that didn't play in your era. So it's really fun.
What about the state of tennis as a whole? Where do you see its growth? Where do you see the state of U.S. tennis right now?
Yeah, I mean the women's side, they're awesome. They've got maybe 3 or 4 in the top 10, and a bunch in 5 girls in the top 20, and a couple more in the top 30. So the women's side is doing great. The men's side, we've got obviously John Isner has been in the top 10 in the world for a while now, and he's from around here as well, or lived around here for a long time too. And behind him, we've got some really good junior players, really good youngsters coming up. Some guys I guess I shouldn't call them juniors anymore, because they're 20 and 21 years old and in sort of the top 50 in the world. Francis TFO, Taylor Fritz, and Riley Opelka are guys that are in the top sort of 50 to 55 in the world. Francis is in the top 30 in the world. So they will be the guys that we'll be watching for a long time in the U.S., and hopefully we'll get a few more too.
Is the key to grow the game to start them very young? I know you started very young.
Yeah.
Nick Bollettieri's still running little kid camps down at
Sure.
Bradenton area. You have to start him young.
Yeah, I mean there's an awesome thing that the USTA does called Net Generation, and it's a series of balls that move up to certain age limits and age groups and stuff, and experience as well. And my son is 5, and he plays with the red ball right now, and he can't hit it quite as hard or as far, and it's perfect for someone like him. Yeah, it's great to get them started early. The court can be pretty daunting out there when it's when you're 5 and 6 and 7 years old. It's a big court, and you got to run a lot of spots and a lot of places to get balls. So shortening the court a little bit when they're that age is awesome in this Net Generation campaign that they're doing, and it's had a lot of success. So hopefully it continues to grow. Good. All right.
Thanks you. Guys. In Tampa, I know you're a Dade City guy. What does it mean to be here in Tampa?
Yeah, this is a homecoming for me to be able to come back and play. This is a club that I played junior tennis at back in the day. So obviously it's awesome to be able to come back and play. I'll have a lot of friends and family here today also. And I know, other than John, the other guys in the tournament also have a Tampa connection. So it feels really good to be back.
What does it say about the state of tennis in this area that you guys are here?
Well, I mean, Tampa has been such a hotbed, really, for junior tennis, and we have just a lot of activity, a lot of camps around here. A lot of players come from outside of Florida and train in this area with Saddlebrook and down at IMG. So you just have a real strength for this sport right in this area.
You started this series more than a decade ago. Why has the success sustained over the years?
Well, you start with the players. These are names that people know. They're names that people are connected to and that are still vibrant in the sport. And for us, it's a chance to go out and continue to compete, something that we love, we're passionate about, and do it selectively so it doesn't overwhelm our schedules and our bodies at this age too. So it's a nice combination for the fans to get a chance to come and watch. And in many cases, we see families, people that either grew up watching us play or are bringing their kids into the sport through us, through their eyes. So I think it's a nice little full circle turn for us.
Does it help grow the game in terms of just overall state of the game?
I think in general, whenever you can have live professional tennis in areas, it does grow the game because people get exposed to it that may not be. Again, young people who may not get a chance to see live tennis, they may not go to the Miami Open, which is our closest big tournament to this one. And this is a chance for them to get invigorated and to see some good shot making and hear some people cheering, and then you kind of go, oh, that looks like fun. So that's part of it too, is to be able to come to some places and spread a little bit of the tennis gospel.
So we're a visual society, aren't we? If we can see it.
Experiential, right? I mean, it's in a time where a lot of our experiences are basically looking into glass. It's nice to kind of take the glass away and actually experience it for real.
What would you say the overall state of tennis is right now, especially in the U.S.?
Well, I think tennis in the U.S. is very powerful right now. I mean, tournaments like the Miami Open just had record crowds. The Indian Wells tournament, record crowds. U.S. Open, record crowds. We have a lot of young players bursting through the seams right now, too. Breaking through in the professional ranks, players like Frances Tiafoe, who made his quarterfinal. We have so many good young female players too. So it's exciting. It's definitely an exciting time.
Does it help that a guy like Nick Bollettieri is still doing his thing down in Bradenton, getting young kids into the sport at a very young age?
I wouldn't be standing here but for Nick Bollettieri and his kindness and allowing me to come train at his academy. And there are a lot of us who have benefited from his wisdom, his facilities, and Nick has been and continues to be a driving force in the sport.
To people that have never been to a Champion Series event before, when they leave here today, what are you hoping?
I think what we hope for people to walk away with is, boy, these guys can still play. I think that's the thing that we want them to walk away with is, geez, these guys are still shot makers and they still have it, because that's what we work on. We work on still having it, because if you don't, it does go away.
What does it mean to you that you drive down some of the streets in Dade City and there are still signs up that say home of Jim Courier?
Well,
what does that mean to
it
you?
was a special place to grow up. My family, we're very close with that community. It was a wonderful place and a safe place to grow up, a place where you could ride your bikes on the streets and feel good about it. So for me, it's a place that's clearly very near and dear to my heart.
It laid the foundation for your tennis, didn't it?
Oh yeah, now Courier's Kids is we're supporting programs in the area. The St. Pete Tennis Center at Bartlett Park has been something that we've really tried to help along with many people in the community there that have done far more than we have. So it's been really heartwarming to see that program keep going. All right, thanks.